I want to thank all of you for coming out on this balmy, breezy kind of day we've ended up having. You know, I get asked a lot if 51st Avenue is going to be the next Gulch or the next 12th South or the next Hillsborough Village. It's really easy for me to say no because West Nashville has its own vibe and its own spirit, and we want to create something that's uniquely our own. West Nashville, if you haven't noticed, has turned into the melting pot of our city. We have the young, the old, the new, the people who've been here for 3 generations, the people that just moved here, the people that moved across the country and across the city to live in our area. We're an amalgam of people that never would have been forecast if we had, in our wildest dreams, planned this. It doesn't feel like a coincidence to me. It feels almost serendipitous that 51st Avenue Complete Street ended right 2 weeks or 3 weeks after our 100-year-old silo was finished by Guido Van Helten. Behind me is our history, and in front of me is our future. And in a really corny way, this is kind of the intersection where the old meets the new. I'd like for you to meet 2 of the people that really made all this come to fruition from totally different perspectives. But I would hope that you give a big round of applause for Mr. Estes, who's that handsome man up on that tower right there.
It's quite an honor to dedicate the mural on the silo of myself and the community of the nations. I owe a great attitude to our Governor Hanson, Mayor Berry, and Council Lady Mayor Carolyn for having their part in making this possible. It's great being a resident of the nation for 91 years, living across the street from St. Luke's Community House. We had a lot of happy moments in the gymnasium. Ms. Woods, at the time, let us boys have parties, Christmas parties, later on in life, dances, and I owe a lot to St. Luke's, and especially the people that made this possible. Corey Gephardt and Christy Bearden for introducing me to the artist and him choosing me as the subject for the mural. I can't thank him enough for doing such a beautiful job. And thanks again for everyone that had anything possible to do with this. Thanks again.
Yay, Mr. President.
Sure. You stay right where you are. I want to thank Mr. Estes for coming, thank his family for coming. When I first took office, I went to talk to Mayor Berry about having 51st Avenue paved. And I was sad to hear that it was not only not in the budget, there was no money appropriated to be in the future. And without hesitation, Mayor Berry kindly enough agreed to let us have this project happen. We did anticipate some of the problems we actually found, which were 40 acres of water that drained onto 51st every time it rained between Indiana and Illinois. We had tons of challenges to get this off the ground, but today, I think at 2:59, Public Works pulled it off and we have finished it up, and it's a complete street. As some of you may or may not remember, when 51st Avenue was first built, it was a 100-foot wide street. It had trolley tracks going through the middle. This street has always been the soul and the heart of this neighborhood. And having this growth and this potential to have the street completed, it's going to make this a major thoroughfare. And I want to thank Mayor Berry, because without her, none of this was possible. She not only let us pave this, she let us get new curbs and gutters. She let us stripe it. She let us put a north-south lane, a turning lane, parking, walk bike paths, all the things that make a complete street a complete street. And this is fortunately one of the first north-south complete streets in Nashville, which really makes us unique. And I don't know if you noticed, but the sidewalks, it's also the first crosswalks that are decorative in all of Nashville. So without further ado, without Mayor Berry, none of us would be standing here. I'd like you to give a big round of applause to our mayor, Megan Berry.
Thank you. So, good afternoon. I know it is hot, and I know that you all are here to all celebrate a couple of things, and so I'm just going to make this pretty quick. One, you guys have an amazing council member, and I will tell you that she gets up every day and cares deeply about this district. She's saying that I let it happen. Let me tell you, she wasn't going to leave my office until it was going to happen. So Mary Carolyn is a huge advocate for this neighborhood, and she fights for you every day. So I am truly grateful for her leadership. And this is a wonderful thing, because what you do is you have a district here that also celebrates the folks who've been here a long time, like Mr. Estes, by putting up this amazing piece of art behind us. And the fact, how many of you in this crowd have been here for 10 years or more? How many of you guys just got here yesterday? One, okay. Welcome. So I think what you see here is this is a great example of what's happening in Nashville. The old and the new blending together to be a great neighborhood, and that's what this is all about. So Mr. Estes, thank you for lending your image to what 51st now culminates in with this beautiful piece of you forever behind us. Mary Carolyn, thank you for your dedication. And I can't not also thank a couple of others that made this possible. Metro Public Works worked very hard on this, so please.
Don Reed, right?
Yes, please. Thank you. You know, they did a feasibility study. It took a long time. They looked at this corridor and they said, absolutely, we can do this. We can make this a complete street. Some things appear easier said than done. So Public Works, thank you for actually making it done. We appreciate it when we put shovels in the ground and we culminate with something at the end. I know it was also important to make sure we accommodated bicyclists, pedestrians, making sure that safer roads. We know that in Nashville, people want to get around in all kinds of modalities. So this is a great example of how people can do that. Again, grateful. We've got 4 lanes of traffic. We're taken down to 2, which meant that we have a 2-way turning lane. We've got on-street parking, slower speed limits, some green, some dedicated bike lanes, and now we have a complete street. And I have watched since we've been standing here all of the traffic that comes to this cross section, so I can absolutely see why this is really key to make sure that pedestrian safety is important. So, Mary Carolyn, let's cut a ribbon because this is what this is all about. Right. And the community members who've come out today, thank you so much. Please give yourselves a round of applause because you actually made this happen.
All right.
A ribbon?
Mayor Berry, your scissors.
I got the big scissors.
Mr. Estes hold one in.
Grandson, are you ready?
That's great.
All right. Everybody pause first. We gotta look at the cameras. 1, 2, 3, smile. Now on 3. 1, 2, 3.